Gregory, oh my word will not carry coals.
No, for then we should be colliers.
I mean, and we being caller will draw.
Aye, while you live, draw your neck out of collar.
I strike out quickly, being moved.
But thou art not quickly moved to strike.
The dog of the house of Montague moves me.
To move is to steer, and to be valiant is to stand. Therefore if thou art moved thou runnest away.
A dog of that house shall move me to stand. I will take the wall of any man or maid of Montague.
That shows thee a weak slave, for the weakest goes to the wall.
True, and therefore women, being the weaker vessels, are ever thrust to the wall. Therefore I will push Montague's men from the wall, and thrust his maids into the wall.
The quarrels between our masters and us their men.
'Tis all one. I will show myself a tyrant. When I have fought with the men, I will be cruel with the maids, and cut off their heads.
The aids of the maids?
Ay, the heads of the maids, or the maiden heads. Take it what sense thou wilt.
They must take it sense that feel it.
Me they shall feel while I am able to stand, and this known, I am a pretty piece of flesh.
This wilt thou not fish. If thou hast been poor John. Dry that tool. Here comes of the house of the Montagues.
My naked weapon is out. Quarrel, I'll back thee.
How? Turn thy back and run?
Fear me not.
No, marry, I fear thee.
Let us take the law of our sides. Let them begin.
I will frown as I pass by, and let them take it as they list.
Nay, as they dare, I will bite my thumb at them, which is a disgrace to them if they bear it.
Do you bite your thumb at us, sir?
I do bite my thumb, sir.
Do you bite your thumb at us, sir?
Is the law of our side if I say A?
No,
No, sir. I do not bite my thumb at you, sir, but I bite my thumb, sir.
do you quarrel, sir?
Quarrel, sir? No, sir.
If you do, sir, I am for you. I serve a good a man as you.
No better.
Well, sir.
Say better. Here comes one of my master's kinsmen.
Yes, better, sir.
You lie.
Draw if you be men. Gregory, remember thou swashing blow? Sing, 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 sing,
Sing,
sing,
sing,
sing.
sing, 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 sing. Apart, fools! Put your swords. You know what you do?
What art thou drawn among these heartless hinds? Turn thee, Benvolio, look upon thy death.
I do, but keep the peace. Put up thy sword, or manage it to part these men with me.
What? Drawn? And talk of peace? I hate the word as I hate hell. All Montagues and thee. Out of thee, coward. Pop. Ching, ching. Clubs, bills, and partisans. Strike, beat them down. Down with
Down
the
with the
Capulets.
Down
Capulets.
Capulets.
Down with the
Down with the
Montagues.
Montagues.
What noise this? Give me my long sword, ho!
Crutch, why call you for a sword?
My sword, I say! Old Montague is come, and flourish his blade in spite of me.
Thou villain Capulet, hold me not, let me go.
Thou shalt not stir one afoot to seek a fool.
Rebellious subjects, enemies to peace, profaners of this neighbor-stained steel. Will they not hear? What ho! You men, you beasts, that quench the fire of our pernicious rage, with purple fountains issuing from your veins, on pain of torture, from those bloody hands. Thrown your mistemper weapons to the ground, and hear the sentence of your moved prince. 3 civil broads, bred of airy word, by thee, old Capulet and Montague, have thrice disturbed the quiet of our streets, and made Verona's ancient citizens cast by their grave beseeming ornaments, to wield old partisans in hands as old, canker with peace to part your cankered hate. If ever you disturb our streets again, your lives shall pay the forfeit of the peace. For this time all the rest depart away. You, Capulet, shall go along with me, and Montague, come you this afternoon, to know our further pleasure in this case. To old Freetown, our common judgment place. Once more, on pain of death, all men depart.
Who said this ancient quarrel new approach? Speak, nephew. Were you by when it began?
Here were the servants of your adversary, and yours. Close fighting ere I did approach. I drew to part them, and in the instant came the fiery Tybalt, with his sword prepared, which, as he breathed defiance to my ears, he swung about his head and cut the winds, who, nothing heard withal, hissed him in scorn. While we're interchanging thrusts and blows, came more and fought on part and part, till the prince came, who parted either part.
Oh, where's Romeo? Saw you him today? Right. Glad he was not at this fray.
Madam, an hour before the worshipped sun peered forth the golden window of the east, a troubled mind drove me to walk abroad, where underneath the grove of sycamore the westward rooteth from the city side. So early walking did I see your son. Towards him I made, but he was ware of me, and stole into the covert of the wood. I, measuring his affection by my own, which then most sought where most might not be found, being one too many by my weary self, pursued my humor, not pursuing his, and gladly shunned, who gladly fled from me.
Many a morning hath he there been seen, with tears augmenting the fresh morning's dew, adding to clouds more clouds with his deep sighs. But all so soon as the all-cheering sun should in the furthest east begin to draw. The shady curtains from the aurora's bed, away from light, steals home by my what? Steals home my heavy son, and private in his chamber pens himself. Shuts up his windows, locks far daylight out, and makes himself an artificial night. Black and portunous must this humor prove, unless good counsel me the cause remove.
My noble uncle, do you know the cause?
I neither know it, nor can learn of him.
Have you importuned him by any means?
Both by myself and many other friends. But he, his own affection's counselor, is to himself, I will not say how true, but to himself so secret and so close, so far from sounding in discovery, as in the bud bit with an envious worm. What? Here he can spread his sweet leaves to the air, or dedicate his beauty to the sun. Could we but learn from whence his sorrow grow, we would as willingly give cures known.
Tock, 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 tock. See, where he comes. So please you, step aside. I'll know his grievance, or be much denied.
I would thou wert so happy by thy say. To hear through shrift, come, madam, let's away.
Good morrow,
Pop,
cousin.
pop. Is the day so young?
But you struck a 9.
Ay me, sad hours seem long. Was that my father that went hence so fast?
It was. What saddened lengthens Romeo's hours?
Not having that, which having makes them short.
And love
Out,
of love.
out of her favor, where I am in love.
Alas, that love so gentle in his views should be so tyrannous and rough in proof.
Alas, that love whose view is muffled still, should without eyes see pathway to his will. Where shall we dine? Oh me! What fray was here? Yet tell me not, for I have heard it all. Here's much to do with hate, but more with love. Why? Then, oh brawling love, oh loving hate, oh anything of nothing first create, oh heavy lightness, serious vanity, misshapen chaos of well-seeming forms, fetter of lead, bright smoke, cold fire, sick health, still waking sleep. That is not what it is. This love feel, I that feel no love in this. Dost thou not laugh?
No, cuz I rather weep
Good heart, a what?
at thy good heart's oppression.
Why such is love's transgression, griefs of my own lie heavy in my breast, which thou wilt propagate to have it pressed with more of thine. This love that thou hast shown doth add more grief to too much of my own. Love is a smoke raised with the fume of sights, being purged, a fire sparkling in lovers' eyes, being vexed, a sea nourished with lovers' tears. What is it else? A madness most discreet, a choking gal, and a persevering sweet. Farewell, my cuz.
Soft! I will go along, and if you leave me so, you do me wrong.
Toot! I have lost myself. I'm not here. This is not Romeo. He's some otherwhere.
Tell me in sadness, who is that you love?
What shall I groan and tell thee?
Grown? Why? No, but sadly, tell me who.
Bid a sick man in sadness make his will. Ah, word, ill urged to one that is so ill. In sadness, cousin, I do love a woman.
I aim so near when I suppose you love.
A right good mark man, and she's fair I love.
A right fair mark, fair cuz, as soonest hit.
While in that hit you miss, she'll not be hit. With Cupid's arrow, she hath Dian's wit, and in strong proof of chastity, well armed. From love's weak childish bow, she lives unarmed. She will not stay the siege of loving terms, nor bide the encounter of assailing eyes, nor ope her lap to saint seducing gold. Oh, she is rich in beauty, only poor, that when she dies with beauty, dies with her store.
Then she has sworn that she will live chaste.
She hath, and in that sparing makes huge waste, for beauty starved with her severity, cuts beauty off from all posterity. She is too fair, too wise, wisely too fair, to merit bliss by making me despair. She hath forsworn to love, and in that vow, do I live dead, that I live to tell it now?
Be ruled by me. Forget to think of her.
Oh, teach me how I should forget to think.
By giving liberty unto thine eyes. Examine are the beauties.
This the way, to call her exquisite and question more. These happy masks that kiss fair ladies' brows, being black put us in mind, they hide the fair. He that is struck and blind cannot forget the precious treasure of his eyesight lost. Show me a mistress that is passing fair. What doth her beauty serve, but as a note, where I may read who passed that passing fair. Farewell, thou canst not teach me to forget.
I'll pay that doctrine, or else die in debt.